Hey, it's official. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
If it's morning where you live.
If it's morning or afternoon. And what's new? What's new?
What's new? Not a lot. We're getting ready for our exhibition, both here at Silver Street and our personal one. So just getting ready for third Saturday.
Actually, we are getting ready for many other things, guys.
We're doing a lot of getting ready.
All this life is about getting ready for something, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good news. And we're both dieting, so we'll see how that goes.
I heard dieting.
Dieting.
Yeah. Hey, I'm slim already.
Yes.
Look.
Before, after.
Hey, guys, let's do some housekeeping before we dig into the show.
Absolutely. So welcome everybody. We are broadcasting through Zoom, so if there's a delay because you're seeing this on Facebook Live, don't worry. We are watching the comments. Everything is for sale. We're doing art chat to promote what Bogdan and I are working on, and let's get to it. That's what wherever you are in the world, we can get it to you.
Let's show you what we are working on, because we are working on many things in the same time. So let's go back over here and start with the first piece, a piece that I actually advertised this week. I just brought it back from the storage, basically, because I had it for quite a while now. They made a trip to Argentina for the Festival de Fotografía Artística in Tucumán, and then I never got the chance because of COVID and because of everything that happened at that time. I never had the chance to have an exhibition in this country with Synopsis.
You haven't shown Synopsis in this country?
No, I haven't, and I don't.
That's amazing.
Yeah. One of those series that went completely
noticed,
and it's
one of my favorites.
It's a beautiful series. You can see it out of my website on Bogdan Photo Art under the photo series. It's called Synopsis. It's very dreamy like images. They're all actually digitally made, but composed from a variety of photographs, superimposed, long exposures, whatever I felt to combine and make this powerful, metaphysical, if you want, images. They're very strong, and the idea of them is to force you, the viewer, to connect your own synapses, your own memories, to make you dream of past memories, and let you float in these magical movements.
It's a great series, and this one in particular I've always loved. We had this one at home. It was right by the dining room table, so it hasn't been ignored. I've appreciated it every day.
Yeah,
but I love the movement in it. I love the color. I love the fact that it does have this eerie quality that makes it look, I don't know, like you say, like a memory, like it's somehow nostalgic as well.
Coming from Romania, from a cold country, we never had a chance to in my time, to see this kind of shells in their habitats.
Mm-hmm.
And they were very fascinating to me at the time. You would see from various people, they would have something in their decoration somewhere, but they were so fascinating that I remember those things, those elements, and I said, what if I actually, in one of those images, use a Nautilus as a subject?
Mm-hmm.
And this is how, and on top of it, to make it even more magical and more strong, and bring elements together, I had to do a black digital ink on top of it, so we can, connect dots.
And there's some letters there. There's just, is that true? Those are
just.
Oh, they're symbols. They look like
symbols.
They look like alphabet letters.
Just like under, marine-like theme.
Absolutely cool.
So now it's great if you don't necessarily have to own a beach house.
But you should go out and buy a beach house to go with this picture.
But it's very marine. It's very lovely. It does fit in a kind of a marine
not kind of a nautical.
Interior design, if you want.
It's a beautiful image, and let's see, how does this work? Is this a limited edition?
All of them, whatever I do, guys, it's all limited edition. So I know that some people do ask me to print larger prints or smaller prints than the one I advertise on the website. No matter the way you want it, the edition number is kept. So if you want a larger piece larger than 16 by 16, that would be the next in line number. So
Right. So you're not gonna duplicate
right.
series based on size.
Exactly.
So which makes them much more collectible. But you know what the edition size is on this one?
I think this is bigger than usual. It's 25.
25 is not huge.
Yeah. And,
So there's only 25 of these that will ever be printed.
I mean, I do have collections in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and that
Sure.
means the maximum is 25.
Magnificent. I think it's a remarkable image.
Guys, it's a 16 by 16 print. It can be easily framed on a 18 by 18 or a 24 by 24.
You're giving
Because
that matte.
absolutely, you have to consider the matte around. And it's ready, it's fine art photography. And you know what, let me take you, let me find that stop share for a second, because I do have one of the prints here, and I'm gonna put my white gloves on because you don't want my big fatty finger on these
I'm
prints.
torn between Michael Jackson and Mickey Mouse.
Well, and look, it matches my shirt. I didn't even think of it. Like a doctor. Okay, so this is the print, guys. And it's fabulous. And it is printed on cotton paper, matte cotton paper. And it has a, like I said, a matte surface, which is make it very, very beautiful.
Beautiful.
The intensity of the colors of this kind of paper are
Yeah, and
incredible.
I think it's better in person. I'm seeing a lot more
Yes,
color.
because this series actually has so much details in it. You can appreciate it from the distance, but once you come closer to it, it forces you to read and interpret and connect various elements that you find in there on your own. And that's the second beauty of these images.
Beautiful piece.
Let's go back to look. I almost talked 8 minutes. So can you talk 8 minutes about yours?
I'll have to talk slow.
Tick tock, tick tock. Okay, so guys, the next piece is John, and this is called Seed.
Seed. This is one of my favorite pieces. I particularly love the colors. There's something very Southwestern, maybe Native American, just really evocative of that. Just, I don't know, the colors, the mixture of elements in it just really give me that vibe. It is a 36 by 36 acrylic on canvas. My kind of idea on this was at the center there is a seed, and that I was a big gardener most of my life, and there's a whole bunch of science around gardening, and you look at genetic alterations of plants and this whole industry of agriculture, and it gets very, very complicated, and they're mathematical, and you're trying to figure all these things out, put things into boxes, and really it's so simple. The seed, all it needs is itself to reproduce and burst into life. So I found that interesting. I gotta say, it kills me, but Frank and Tommy thinks it's a charcuterie board. Or other people think it's a slice of pizza.
And other people, there's a lot of people appreciating this in the studio, and with no exception, everybody goes as close as possible, trying to decipher the writing on your painting. And I don't think
it's nonsensical.
Yeah, I don't think they are meant to be read.
It's not meant that. It was meant that there's all kinds of compartmentalized things, calculations, mathematical formulae to try and grow a seed, and all it needs is to be left alone.
But that's actually very interesting, because people do pay attention to these fine details, and they want to to understand it in a better way,
Well,
to make sense for themselves. You know what I mean?
And I've always been a big proponent of, you should have a different experience of the painting when you're close up to it than you do when you're far away. And so, yeah, there's a different experience when you've got your face right up to it.
I think it's a fantastic
I think
piece.
it's a good size
it's a
too.
fun piece, and it's
Here,
those yellows that you pick up for
that
as a
mustard,
background.
just
Mhm.
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a mixture of this gold. And have you mixed the paint with any gold?
No, it's just kind of a mustard. I don't even know if it'll show up on camera.
Let's see. It's huge, guys.
It's huge, but
Yeah, it is fantastic. For a long time, I worked in various photographic images using magnolia seeds. And when you finish this one, I thought you actually needed some magnolia seeds.
that's one of those
Yeah.
seed pods from the magnolia. It could be.
Because just like magnolia seeds, the intensity of the red is the same.
Mhm.
And it has those little
Little.
dark
Yeah.
points.
Anyway, I think it's a beautiful
That's
piece.
fantastic. That's
One of my favorites. It gets attention. It gets attention here in the studio, but nobody's bought it
yet.
yet.
It's time. I mean, it will come.
But they will.
As we know now, art, generally good art and large pieces, will sit here for a while.
Sure.
It's funny. People will come over and over again, admire, talk about it, and then 3-4 months, maybe 6 months later,
Maybe a year.
I'm here too, and I decided I'm gonna get that piece. It happened to me many times in various large pieces.
I remember there was a guy who came in once, and there were about 8 pieces that I had that had just been languishing probably 2 years on the studio wall or in storage. And I had them all on display because I thought maybe that'll make them sell. I was ready just to take them down and put them in storage. I said, they're not going to sell.
Which one was this?
There was a series. There were 8 paintings, and a man walked in
Oh, I remember.
with his wife, and he bought those 8 and no others. I got rid of them all in one time. So yeah, they will sell. It's just a matter of time.
If you are an artist out there,
Don't give up.
Don't give up. People need time to connect with the piece, and
Right.
they will come back.
Getting it in front of the right people at the right time with the right story.
Right. Let's go back over here. It's about middle of the show. Listen, before we go further, let's thank everybody for
Oh my
watching
gosh,
us. For
New collectors this
supporting
last
us.
weekend.
Oh my God, yes. We had a fabulous last Saturday. Completely forgot to put some pictures of the new collectors, but we thank them all.
Yeah, good crowd. Lots of people who were interested. Not lots of people, and a lot of people who were talking and asking questions, and that always feels so good.
It was a rainy day. However,
And a rainy month.
We thought it's gonna be a disaster, but everybody showed up and they were ready to buy. And guess what? They did.
Yeah, we had a good day.
Saying that, we wanna remind you that this coming Saturday, which is May 20,
Yep.
we will be open for the 3rd Saturday of the month. So guys, come over. We'll be open here from 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock almost, all the way to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We have lots of art. You can get a preview of the Urbanesque should you want, and you can put your red dots.
Absolutely. Don't have to wait for the show to buy them.
No, Studio 304. Remember that. What else? Let's talk about Urbanesque.
Urbanesque, yeah.
Now,
You want me to grab mine?
yours what?
I have one over there.
Not yet. So Urbanesque, it's our next exhibition. It's a kind of a duo exhibition at this time.
It's the first time we've done
We've
that.
never done
Yeah.
this before.
Other than the studio.
Yeah, and I thought it was, before people really go in holiday, we should organize something to be remembered.
Yeah, it's going to be a lovely show, and there's catering and drinks. Should be a lovely evening. It's a Friday night, June the 2nd, and stop by. It'll be a nice evening. we've gotten some gallery space, so there's plenty of room to move around, and hopefully we'll get a good crowd and see some good art.
Something that you probably have, if you came in the studio, have seen before.
Not mine.
Or
no, there's a couple of pieces.
Of course, there'll be a couple of pieces absolutely new that you have not yet seen.
Yeah, there's some new work.
What else is new? It's magnolia time, guys. All magnolias are in flowers.
They
and guess
are.
what? This year's magnolias had to be photographed as well. So I have a new print going on. It's called Noblesse.
Noblesse.
So I wanted to, I had magnolias. I had flowers of magnolias. I'd never done other alternative sort of image photography. So on top of this one, I added some pollen. I added some magic to it for why not, There will be people there appreciating this detailed work.
I think, and this is it's such a local thing in the South. Everybody sees magnolias, and yet you're able to present them in a way that you don't see them. They don't look like every other magnolia picture. So I think they're stunning. It's an amazing flower, and you've done some great things with them.
Now, you're still working on your Urbanesque series?
I am. Urbanesque is in process. I am actually pretty much done with everything but the details. Some last minute. Hey, Nick's here. Good morning, Nick.
Yeah, we are well, Nick. Hope you are too.
Good to see you. Yeah, so all new work. Well, not all new work. There are about 3 pieces that are here in the studio, but the rest, there's another 7 pieces that are brand new. No one's ever seen them before. So yeah, I'm working on them now.
Fantastic.
And I'm enjoying it.
Fantastic. What else is happening with your Mexico?
Our Art Gallery Studios. We are about to go to Mexico City. We are working with Michael Swank out of Art Gallery Studios in Mexico City. I am a part of a art incubation program where we meet weekly, and a cohort of about 7-8 people, and we just share our work, what we're working on. We're looking for inspiration, for comments, for camaraderie, and it's a great thing. It was originally like a virtual residency program, and it has now turned into this kind of incubator artist group, and really learn a lot. It really helps my art practice as well as my art business. So thanks to Michael and all he does.
It's fantastic. And what else, guys? If you want to learn more about us, see more about us, do check us out at our websites, which is johnbishopfineart.com or bogdanphotoart.com.
Photo with an F.
And if you want to follow us on YouTube, please do. We have a vlog series going on YouTube, Art Life with John and Bogdan. But if you don't have time for that and you want to listen to an audio podcast instead, you can always search on your favorite platform, Art Life Podcast by John Bishop.
Yeah, I do that audio as well as the video on YouTube podcast.
Fantastic. So the second part of the show.
And blogging. We also blog.
Yeah, we do a lot.
Yeah, we do a lot actually, yeah.
And the second part of the show, guys, it's another picture from the Synopsis series. Just because I haven't, just like the other one.
Yeah, it's like rediscovering them.
Yes. This is called Drift. And it's kind of an eye-bird view. Is this how it's called?
Bird's eye view.
Bird's eye view. And what you see, it's, the scapes of the earth. And again, there are digital lines just to create patterns and connect shapes. And then I call it drift because there is this flying bird over there, and I said, why not drift? And it's just like the other ones, very magical, and you can you make it up for yourself if that's a continent that you see from above, or it's just a how do you call that, a hayfield. I think it has a a lot of depth to it, and it has a lot of texture.
Movement.
It's
Energy.
actually looks a lot better, like John said, once you see the original art rather than the digital one.
You know, you keep saying it's looking down at landscape. I don't see that. To me, it's like a piece of plastic blowing in the wind. That's why I thought the drift. I thought that's where you were going with it. It seems to me just to be very ethereal and light, and the color is just remarkable.
And I do have it here if you want to take a look at it.
Yeah.
And let me put my
Again, I don't know how.
magic.
I think they look better in person, but
They do, and again,
so you have to come here.
These ones are again printed on cotton paper, fine art photography paper, and
so again, a series edition of 25.
Swift, and I would, progressively, I'm going to start to remarket, how could I say that there? Because I didn't ever market them because I never had time to promote them. They have been probably finished on COVID time, but I never had time to advertise them correctly.
Really highlight
at the time.
them,
But
we
they
should
are,
do a special show for
yeah, they are available, guys. Some people did collect them. Actually, the very first one has been collected by a lady from Brazil that happened to be here in a show, and I think she stayed there on the hallway, and we was on an exhibition here for an hour looking at it, and then she decided I'm gonna have to buy it.
They're haunting and beautiful.
And Lydia collected about 3 of them as well.
Really, she's got that many?
Yeah, she has.
I knew she had bought
3 of these collection.
one of my favorites.
And she opted for the plexiglass, like the one in the image.
Oh, that's right. God, they were stunning on plexiglass.
They add an extra glare, and yet it's not reflective, so
But
you don't see yourself in the
translucence, a reflexivity that's just amazing.
I do like both, either on plexiglass or on paper. They look fantastic.
Absolutely.
So yes, this
Be a nice scarf too.
It's
wouldn't it?
available. What you can find on the website is a 16 by 16 print. Guys, if you want a different medium, printed on different medium like a plexiglass or a different scale, everything is doable. That was Drift.
That's
How
Drift.
about yours?
Tara. I did a series of 4 paintings that were about earth, about making things in earth tones that would really pop on a beige wall. Somebody came into the studio and said, yeah, I can't buy art because I have beige walls. I was like, what? Everybody has beige walls, right? So I wanted to create something that would really, really pop on a beige wall. And that turned into the Earthen series. And there's loads and loads of texture in there, layers and layers and layers of paint and words and scribbles, all building on top of each other to give that real kind of depth of feeling of layering going on, of complexity. And yet the whole things are very, very calming and meditative. So anyway, this particular one is called Terra. It is a mixed media on canvas, 36 by 24. It is framed. There's 2 left in the series. The other 2 were purchased. It's a good size. I just think they're really, really lovely pieces.
And they work together. I mean,
they do.
Course,
they look good
course
together.
You don't have to purchase as a
Right.
pair, but they complement each other so well.
The other 2 were purchased by one couple who bought them both to go in their home, and the other 2 are left behind. I have it here if it's of interest.
Show us.
It's not as big as the other one.
One of my, both of them are my favorites.
Oh, that was your knee. Sorry. And I'm going to kind of move it so you can kind of see. It's got a very kind of matte finish. There's some reflective gold on it though, so that changes. Through the day, it'll look different. But I think it's a stunning piece. I really, really enjoy it, and I can.
You can put it right there.
Yeah.
But you guys don't need to see what's under that table. That's a
You
lot.
don't want to know that.
Don't want to know that.
So yeah, that is Earthen. Again, part of a series of 4. There's only 2 left. So
Fabulous. So this was our chat, guys. Hope you enjoy what we share with you. Remember, this coming Saturday, it's an open studio Saturday at Silver Sea Studios. We will be here from 10 o'clock in the morning, probably all the way to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It should be fun. It should be a lot of studios open, great music, and great.
And if you happen to be in Bucharest this weekend, the first International Art Fair is being hosted in Bucharest. There's so much going on in Romania right now with art. We've started our nonprofit, Aripa Arte, and we should be able to tap into that very soon. So congratulations to all of them. Should be a nice, it's called MOBU.
Fabulous. So we'll keep you in touch, and I'm not going to Romania for no,
We're here.
not yet, in August. And then this is pretty much everything for today, and we'll see you around.
You bet.
Or
Come by.
next week on Wednesday.
Sounds great. Have a great week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.